So I was following a YouTube channel for quite a while now, totally unrelated to what I do. I just enjoyed the content really. And the other day, the chap whose YouTube channel it is, he put out a post, like a community post, and basically said he's noticed that all the views on his videos have been dropping off. He only sort of makes the content to kind of inform or help people out, but there's no point in kind of making the videos anymore if nobody's going to watch it, because it takes a lot of time and money as well. There's money associated, there are costs associated with it as well. And that's something that really resonated with me, because this is a struggle really for anybody who's in YouTube land, especially I suppose, because you're trying to make videos and content, and if it's not being watched for whatever reason, then there's no point in doing it at all. Because for me there are other things I could be doing as well. Now I enjoy the process of making videos. That's one thing I do enjoy. And I kind of just put them up there now because it's whether people watch them or not. But there is a kind of, you need to sort of justify the reason for doing it. The other aspect is that sometimes it's a thankless task, and sometimes you just get negative attention by people and you think, what's the point? What's the point? Even when you're just trying to help or just trying to highlight an issue that could be wrong, or whatever it is. So there's it does make you wonder what's the point of all of this really. I've been doing a lot of soul searching on this channel for a long time, and I've been changing things up. I've been doing different things. I was doing through the winter months and spring, I was doing a lot of live shows. I've sort of held off on those for a few weeks, and I was doing a few shorts, and then I got back into making regular videos as well. The problem is that, some people are watching them, and those of you who watch them and enjoy them, that's great, and thank you for watching them. But it's just not resonating with a lot of people. And then as soon as I mention something, then you start getting either emails, negative emails, or, people leaving negative comments about you or me in particular. And you just kind of wonder what is the point? What is the point in all of this when you're just trying to highlight something, or just trying to help something, or just trying to share an experience that hopefully will help you out? Now, the flip side of this is that I also get really nice comments and really nice emails from people saying, how grateful they are, how thankful they are. They found the channel and they found, the videos help and all that sort of stuff. So, there's lots of that. There's also lots of people offering kind bits of advice or sharing their information, sharing their stories. And I always try and answer those emails with thanks and gratitude, but also if I can share on any information, I try and do that as well. But, it comes back to the fact of, when you're trying to make video content, especially on YouTube, and not shorts. Shorts are just very easy to do in many ways, and they don't take a lot of well, they kind of take a little bit of planning if you want to sort of condense something but still get a message across. But the videos, they kind of take a bit of planning, but they also slow down whatever you're trying to do. So let's just say I'm working on a bike project, whatever, and I get lots of people emailing me, let's say, or leaving comments, and they'll say, can you make a video about doing this job, or can you make a video how you're doing it? The problem is I've done that in the past and hardly anybody watches it, but also it slows me down a lot. So you kind of think, well, I just want to crack on and do the job. And if I make the video, it slows the whole process down. Is it really worth it? Because nobody's watching the video really. But so there's going to be people who want to watch that content. Of course there is. But most people aren't really that bothered, perhaps. So you're kind of left in a bit of a conundrum, really. You're kind of wondering, well, what do I do? Do I carry on with this? Just like this guy who I was watching his channel, he posted out saying, I'm not sure whether I should carry on. I'm not going to carry on making videos if people are not going to watch it. I'll just go and do something else. So I felt for him. I really felt for him. So, and the point is that if you get into making YouTube videos, especially YouTube videos, there is a reward to be gained, and most of that reward isn't got nothing to do with money, because you don't earn a lot of money on YouTube or anything like that. For most people channels, the reward you get is by people watching your videos. That it's well received, let's say, or people identify with it, or people find benefit or are entertained by it, or whatever it is, whatever sort of content you're doing. The reward that you get is not even about getting subscribers. Actually, the reward is getting views. And if you don't get that, then you start questioning what you're doing, but it's also very soul destroying as well. So this isn't as if I've just been doing this for the last couple of weeks or so and nobody's watching the videos. I've been doing this for quite a few years now, and it's still the same thing. So you kind of have to ask yourself, well, is there something else that I could be doing with my time that is probably more rewarding, more fulfilling, and probably time better spent, if you know what I mean. So the point of this video, really, it's I know people think that I whinge, whatever. This is not about whinging. This is not about complaining or anything, which I just highlight issues or whatever, or I just share experiences. This is really about somebody who wants to start a YouTube channel or has already started and is struggling, right? You're not alone. That's the honest truth. And it can be very, very frustrating, soul destroying, when you think you're making good content, informative content, or entertaining content, and nobody watches it. And you keep on plugging away, and you do it for a few years, let's say, in the face of everything that's telling you to stop, but you keep on going for it. You get to that point and you think, well, what's the point? What's the point in carrying on? I'll just go and do something else. You're not alone. There's so many people out there. So you either just carry on making content without reward because you want to just make the content, or if you want it to grow because you want to keep on doing this to grow the channel, let's say, and make it so that other people are being entertained or finding it useful, that is just something that you're going to struggle with if you're not getting the reward. And for me, it's not only just a time struggle, it's also it's a mental struggle as well, because you kind of think, well, I can't keep on doing this. So in the last few months, certainly the last year or so, I've definitely stopped being concerned about the comments that I get, the negative comments, even the positive ones, really. I've kind of pulled back on trying to answer all the comments because I just can't do it, and kind of pulled back on really trying to analyze all the videos and all the views and the subscribers and everything. I pulled right back from that and just started making content that I kind of wanted to, and not have any particular rhythm or have any particular goal in mind. And I felt better for it. I definitely felt better for it. But again, I question this every day. What's the point in doing this? What's the point in making videos if people are not going to watch it? What's the point in me having a website if nobody goes to view the website? What's the point in having, all the social media channels if nobody goes there? And it's a real struggle. So as I say, I wanted to make this video for anybody who is making YouTube videos specifically, that this is probably one of the most frustrating things that you can do, that you would think is quite a simple thing to do, or a simple thing to deal with. And it isn't. And there are lots of people who struggle with mental illness and other things just by doing this, would you believe? And it's a real issue. It's a real problem. And I'm not just talking about negative comments that you get, because we all get that, and we all get, I mean, you have to ask yourself, why do people do that anyway? It makes them feel really big and brave, I'm sure. But it's a cumulative thing that, you're bombarded sometimes with negativity for no reward. And it does build up. So lots of people do struggle with this. And these are real struggles. These are not just fake kind of whimsical issues. These are real issues that people have. And that's why many people don't last many years on YouTube, especially, or any sort of social media, but especially when they're making content and people are just not watching it. So they kind of leave. And so I wanted to make this specifically for people who are making YouTube videos, to say that it's a real struggle, and regardless of what loads of people will try and tell you, and what all these kind of YouTube gurus, they tell you to do this and do that, and this will grow your channel, and this or this, sometimes it just won't work. For most people, this YouTube thing just doesn't grow. It doesn't work in the way you probably want it to work. And even if it does start to grow, all of a sudden your numbers might suddenly drop off, and you just don't know why, and you don't know what you're doing wrong. So as I say, I really identified with this other YouTube channel who were posted that they may not make videos anymore because what's the point? And I just wanted to relay this to anybody else, to say, yeah, it's a real issue. It's a real issue. And hopefully, as I say, hopefully I'll keep on making videos. But as I say, I'm making videos really that of the content that I just want to share. I'm not really making any content for a specific reason anymore. If it's just sharing my ideas and thoughts and what I'm doing, really, more than anything. I think sometimes you've got to take time for yourself and take time for what you want to do, and not plaster it everywhere on social media, not tell anybody about it. And there's lots of things that I'm doing with my bike, for example, or with my other things that I'm doing, but I'm just keeping to myself. I'm not telling anybody about it, because you think, well, what's the point in sharing it? Why do I want to share that anymore? If people ask me a genuine question via the website, I'll try my best always to try and give an answer. It's not always met with gratitude, let's say, but I try my best. So I'll continue with that, certainly for a while longer. And as I say, it is day by day, as the wind blows, whether any of us continue with this. And so I just wanted to share that with you. Right. Anyway, back on to working on this thing. I think it's about time. I kind of let it go for a while, but about time I got back on with that. Catch you again. Ta-ra. RevelatorAlf.